Tanya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and as you can see I have my little shamrock dealy bobbers, I don't know what they're called. I'm ready to do a St. Patrick's Day tutorial. I know that I've been gone. It's a mix of things, but we'll talk about that in the video a little bit. So today I'm going to be doing, hey, I've been gone forever. Now I'm going to do a double cut crease with a negative space and connecting the two at the outer portion. So in order to do that, I'm going to be using the Blush Tribe and Paulina palette, and I'm going to also be using the exotic Peacock palette from Pinky Rose Cosmetics. So those are the two palettes we're going to be working with today. I'm going to be using all the greens, and I'm also going to use the Jeffree Star brushes from Morphe. I have used them off camera a couple of times. I have these thanks to my amazing friend Sandra from my Real California Life. I'm going to link her channel right up here and down below in the description box. She has an awesome channel. She's so cute and sweet and talkative, and I just love watching her videos. She does makeup tutorials, she does reviews, she does unboxings, and she was kind enough to get these for me at the Morphe store near her. She lives about 10 minutes away from one, and she happened to mention that she was going to a Morphe store, and I was like, man, I wish we had a Morphe store here, because we don't. And I was unable to get these when they first came out because I was sleeping, I think, and I forgot. So there's one brush in there that does not belong in there. Nope, there's two brushes that do not belong in there, but these are the brushes, and like I said, I have used them a little bit off camera, but I will say they don't feel very weighted, but I mean, I don't think any Morphe brushes really do. So you have this one, which is kind of like a face brush, which I got some eyeshadow on, and then there's like 3 face brushes, and the rest are eye brushes. This one is like a dual-ended brush, which we'll be using today. They do remind me a lot of, where was that brush I just took out? They remind me a lot of the Wet n Wild brushes. So those are them side by side. But I am glad that I have them, because you guys know that I love Jeffree Star, and I have pretty much everything he's ever come out with. So we're going to be using these, and I do love, where are the eye brushes? There they are. I do love these 2 eye brushes specifically, so that is what I'm going to do today. And like I said, I'm going to do a double cut crease, but I'm going to connect them at the outer portion, and there's going to be negative space in the middle. I'll show you what I mean, but let's get started. So I'm going to use my Peel Away Space. I did a similar look off camera just for fun last weekend, because I was like, you know, when was the last time I did makeup like off camera just for fun? And it's been a long time, so I was like, I just want to play with some makeup, and so that's what I did. And I was like, man, I should have filmed this because I really love it. I'm going to use this cat brush to blend out the Peel Away Space. So I was playing around, and I did this really random, you know, similar look, but with totally different colors. And I really liked it, and I noticed that I was better at, because you guys know that I tend to not blend my eyeshadows as much. And I usually leave like harsher, sharper lines, and I'm not by any means going to say that this is like totally blended out, but this is going to be definitely more of a blended look, I guess, than my other looks. And I found that when I don't do my brows first, that for some reason is easier for me. So we're going to do my brows later. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because I feel constricted once I have them on or what, but for some reason it just worked out better when I didn't do them first. So that's what we're doing today. I guess I'm gonna have to take my sponge, blend it out a little bit better. Just want to make sure it's not okay. And I forgot, I wanted to use this. This is the No Problem Primer from Touch and Soul. I got this in my BoxyCharm, which I've now canceled, but this was the last one that I still received. So I just wanted to try that. I have my normal concoction of my e.l.f. primer with my Beauty Bakery oil all over my face, but so the long story short, I had gotten an injection in my knee. For some reason, whenever I rub my face, I get a little bit red. I had gotten an injection in my knee, and that already didn't make me feel good. And then I had a heating pad on my legs, and I got burned really bad. I fell asleep with it on, and I had the setting to like don't turn off, and I got a really, really bad burn. So I've been dealing with that. And it actually, I ended up with a fever, and I just was feeling really, really awful. So I'm going into the shade Lovesick, which is kind of like a teal greenish color from the Exotic Peacock first. And this is gonna be, the way I do the cut crease is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna show you what I mean. But when I do it, so I was watching Rocio, which if you don't know who she is, I'm gonna link her channel. She is like the queen of colorful cut creases, and she's amazing. And she was doing a cut crease the other day, and I saw her do it this way, and I was like, that seems really easy. I'm gonna try that. And I did, and it was really easy. So we're gonna do it that way today. So we're just gonna pat that out. But yeah, so I'm sorry that I've been MIA, but it was just awful. And my burns are now healing, but they were like, it was on my, across both thighs, because I fell asleep kind of on my back, almost in like a sitting position, and I had just had it across like my thighs and my knees, and where my thighs were is where it burned. So no fun at all. And the injection also just kind of sucked. But we're back, and we're doing some looks. What else was I going to tell you guys? Oh yes, okay, so I wanted to update you on something. The last video I did, now I'm going into the Paulina Beauty palette, and I'm going to take the shade, I'm going to take Humble, and then maybe Friends. The last video that I did, I used this setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics, the Slay All Day, and I told you guys that I would update you. So the update is, it is good as far as the setting spray goes. I'm just packing that on right at the edge of the other shade. Might not make that much of a difference, but, and so I used it, and it definitely did help my makeup stay on longer. However, it has a very distinct coconut smell, and it smells like, kind of like coconut cream pie, which smells really good. And you guys know I like scented makeup, so I don't mind. But I will tell you, the scent does not go away. The rest of the day, I smelled like a coconut cream pie. And it was not subtle, like it smelled very strongly. I'm just cleaning off that brush, and then I'm gonna go into Friends. It smelled really strong, like really strong. And I kept going, what is that awesome smell? Like what smells so good? And then I realized it was my face, which, you know, again, I don't necessarily mind, but I thought I would tell you guys because I know that, you know, that can be a deal breaker in terms of products if they are really heavily scented. And this definitely is. So I'm just going on the outer edge, half on the green and half on my skin. So I don't know if the watermelon one is like that too. I'm gonna have to test it out. I haven't tried the watermelon one yet because I've only worn makeup one day since I've been gone. So And also don't forget, if you have not yet signed up for the giveaway or entered the giveaway, I will link the video for that up here so you can enter to win the Juvia's Place Tribe Palette. So I'm just blending out the edges until I am confident that I like the pigmentation. I love these shades together. And I know that I'm taking it up really high, but that's just where I like it. So if you don't like that much brow bone covered up, then just don't take it up that high. Okay, are you ready? We're doing the cut crease portion. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe. I know, it's crazy, but that's what we're doing. We're taking one of these Neutrogena makeup wipes. I'm just gonna wrap it around my finger. And then, I've also seen people do this with a Q-tip, and that works as well, but it's a little bit more difficult, even in my opinion, than this is. And it takes a little bit longer because it was just that easy. So now we're going to do the other side, and I think I'm going to switch hands. Actually, maybe I won't, because I don't normally do anything with my left hand. But yeah, so I'll have to see if the watermelon one is the same, or if that one, I did spray the watermelon one like into the air one day, and it did not smell as fragranced as the coconut one. So that one might not be as strong. But, and again, like, I like the smell, I just think that if somebody is sensitive to smells, that's something important to note. So I'm just gonna kind of touch up. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I have the white one and I have the, it's like my skin tone one. I'm gonna go in with the skin tone one. And just put that all over. This is going to be the interesting part because I forgot to bring my sponge that I normally like to pat it out with. So I'm going to use this Alamar Cosmetics brush, this one here, and just kind of pat it out, which will also remove any excess and let me get a sharp ish area. I have like a little towel in my lap, and I actually do this time, well, not towel but tissue. Sometimes I just use my pants, but not today. So I'm just putting that all the way across. Oh my gosh. So I got the, now whenever I say I have like a gift card to use or something like that, it's because I literally do. Like, I don't know if you're new here, you might not know, but I, before I started my channel, like, I got a bunch of gift cards for like birthdays, Christmas, and all that stuff, like, before I started my channel, because when I started my channel, I didn't want to like go into debt buying new makeup. So if I buy something, especially now that I'm on my sort of no buy, that's what I use. But I did get the ColourPop, It's My Luck, I think is what it's called, palette. And I'm so mad because I ordered it the day it came out. Like, I was literally there, like, waiting. And I got today a shipping confirmation that they just sent it out today. And I'm like, what are you doing, ColourPop? Like, I mean, it's crazy to me, because it's like, to me, that's a long time for processing, because I think I ordered it, I don't even remember what day it came out, but I know that it was like almost a week ago-ish. I don't know. So now I'm going to go into the Pinky Rose Exotic Peacock and Peacock. I'm going to use this shade, and then I'm going to go into Provocative. No, then I'm going to go into Solely from the Paulina palette, and then we're going to go into Provocative, this one here on the outer corner. So I hope it gets here before St. Patrick's Day, because wouldn't that just suck? And I'm just taking this little flat shader brush from Wet n Wild, and we're just going, and we're sticking kind of low because we want that negative space. So I don't know. I hope it gets here before St. Patrick's Day. Usually once ColourPop has actually sent something, it doesn't take that long to get here, but you never know. So but yeah, like every day I've been like checking for it, and I've seen other people that ordered it the same time, like the same day that I ordered mine, but they've already gotten theirs, so I don't know what is going on. Now I'm going into Solely, and it's just a little bit darker and a little bit more green, sort of. I'm just going to put that right next to it. We're actually invited to a St. Patrick's Day party that my friend has every year that we may go to, depending on how I'm feeling. I feel much better, but I wouldn't say I feel like 100% yet. Okay. And then on the outer portion, I'm going to take Provocative, which is also a shimmer from the Pinky Rose palette, but it's like a much darker green. And I'm just going to take that kind of out here, and then I'll show you how we're going to connect it. I guess technically I don't have to connect it, but I thought it looked really cool when I did that. And you will see the look that I did just for fun, because I did it just for fun, and then I was like, no, I need to record this, but I didn't, like, I haven't yet, but I'm going to, but for something else. I know, I'm being super vague. Okay, so now I'm going to take a flat, like, liner brush, and I'm literally just going to go like this and just connect it here, and then we'll clean it up with a makeup wipe. It's actually much easier to do it with these greens, because the one that I did, like one of the ones that I did off camera, I used a purple, and that was a little bit more tricky. Okay. Where'd my makeup wipe go? So just a little bit of fallout. Okay, and then let me just make sure that I like that. And then I take this and I just kind of go like this in the edge, because I want that part to be kind of closed, but I just want the negative space in the center. And I don't think I've done a look like this at all on my channel. I don't think. Probably not. Because I was always, I don't want to say scared to, because I do like trying new things, but It's always a little nerve-wracking when you've never done something like that before. But my channel has always been about us kind of learning together as well, because until you guys, I had not used liquid liner, I don't think, and I had not, what else had I not done? Lashes. I hadn't done lashes until I started my channel, so I'm going to use the Wet n Wild foundation stick. And the sponge I'm using today is a new sponge. It's green, and it's by Beauty 360, which is actually like CVS brand. It's this one, and I really like it. It's very, like, I like the consistency. Just make sure that's, the only thing I will say is that it's so big that it is difficult to get, like a good, like, edge near your eyes. You kind of have to squeeze it together. I'm going in with my L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, just a little bit over top of it. I really like mixing stick foundations with a liquid foundation on top, and I'm in the shade 202. And in the stick foundation, I'm in the shade Porcelain or Paper. Actually, it's funny. Not Wet n Wild. Clinique. I think I still have it, but I used to have a Clinique foundation, and when I got shade matched, she was like, "Oh, you're in the shade Cloud," and I was like, "Perfect." And I don't have to be as careful around my brows because I haven't done them. But for some reason, I'm less, like, I don't want to say scared, but like, I'm a little bit less, I want a little bit more foundation on this side. I'm a little bit less apprehensive when doing my, like, this, like, whatever of an eye look, when I don't have my brows done. For some reason, it's just easier for me to kind of blend it out. Who don't? I want to go in, I forgot to do this, and I want to do it just before any, before I do my brows and before I finish anything else. I forgot to go in and kind of perfect this line. I knew I was forgetting something. This is the best pencil brush I have ever used. This is the Juvia's Place pencil brush from their tri-colored eye set, and it is amazing. It is the tiniest little pencil brush. Like, I have other pencil brushes. I guess this could be considered one, but it's just so teeny weeny tiny. And the mermaid one that I normally use, where's that one? Yeah, like, see how much thicker that is? So it really helps you sharpen up that line. And this shade is Humble, the one that I'm using right now from the Blush Tribe palette. It's so much easier to get like a really precise, you know, edge. I can't really talk when I do this though. Whenever I do, I mess it up. Okay, much better. I just feel like it's sharper and it just looks better. Now, where was I? So yeah, I really like this brush. I just find it a little bit difficult to get like close to the eyes, but I do like it. I think that's what I was talking about anyway. So I'm going to use my Too Faced concealer today. And I could just go in with a brush to do my concealer, but I don't always like doing that. And no matter what, I always tend to, you know, pat it out with my sponge afterwards. So that's why when I do my concealer near my eyes with the sponge, I always have to kind of squeeze it together so that I can really get in there. And once we set our face, we will do the brows. I got asked in the comments, I got a compliment, so thank you very much, that they thought that I had amazing brows, which thank you. I don't think that I do. I think that I have the most basic brows in the world because I literally take zero time or effort to really do them. But they asked if I could do a tutorial, and because I'm so basic with what I do, I just figured that I would put it in this video. Like, I would just do them really quick with you guys because you can see like literally how easy it is for me to do them, because I feel like I take like zero time. I think I did them in one video, and I remember Annette being like, you do your brows so quickly, but they still turn out okay. And I was like, I don't know, I just do them. And if you're not following Annette, what are you doing with your life? I will link her channel as well. So I'm taking my Patrick's powder today because I've been using so much of my Beauty Bakery powder, which I love, but I want to use my other powders as well because I bought them and I should use them. And I think I'm going to use a brush to set my under eyes today, because I can and because I just feel like it'll be better. I'm going to actually use this Jeffree Star brush. I think that'll be hopefully okay to set my under eyes with. I don't know how well it will set them because I like to push the powder into the skin, but I'll also use this to remove any excess powder. Annette is working on a 10 looks 1 palette with the Riviera palette from Anastasia. I can't wait to see that video. I don't know when it's going to be coming out, but I'm excited. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows. I have been using this Billion Dollar Brows pencil from my BoxyCharm. The only thing, and I've said this before, that I don't like is that when you twist it up, it constantly comes down like on its own and you have to twist it up again. But I literally just start at the front and then go to the tail. And then I just basically stay with like my natural shape almost. And just kind of, that's it. I feel so silly like doing this, but I just kind of fill it in where they are naturally. Maybe it's the way I have them shaped, I don't know. I have not gotten them done in forever, and then I just honestly kind of do this, and that's literally it. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with my Sweetie Pie bronzer from Too Faced. I have too much stuff on the counter here, so I'm gonna use this, and I guess we're gonna use, what am I gonna use? I guess I'm gonna use the same brush I just used to wipe away powder, because I didn't bring another brush. And that'll also let me see what these brushes are good for. I don't really contour, I just kind of warm up my face, as you guys know. Do you guys have any plans for St. Patrick's Day? I think I asked that in another video too, but I still want to know. Like I said, we may go. My friend lives about an hour and a half away, so that's why I say we may go, because it's a hike, but I really love going to her house for her St. Patrick's Day parties. We have a lot of fun. We talk, we eat, we drink. Well, I don't really drink, but we drink. And I'm gonna use this highlighter brush. And what else do we do? I don't know. We talk, we drink. Sometimes there's games played. Okay, I'm gonna go into this BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm gonna take that shade, which I don't know if you could tell on camera, sort of, but it has like a green tint-ish to it. And it's called Laser. And I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner. It's a duochrome. Normally I don't do my inner corner before my eyeliner, do I? I don't know what made me just do that, but... And I haven't done blush or highlighter. I'm all kinds of crazy today. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this Urban Decay eyeliner in Deep End. It's more of a turquoise, but I like it as a base for green eyeshadows. And I'm gonna do the waterline and the lower lash line, because I really want it to grip onto my eyeshadows that I put on the lower lash line. Ow. For some reason, it's a little bit scratchy. Not for some reason. I need to sharpen it. That is why it is a little scratchy. Okay. And then I'm going to take that really thin Juvia's Place pencil brush, and I'm going to go back into the shade Humble. Honestly, the Paulina palette has some of my absolute favorite greens. And I think I am going to do a tutorial, or, well, a look using my favorite greens from each palette. Or like, I'll be using multiple palettes because my favorite greens are in all different palettes. And I think that would be a fun look to do for St. Patrick's Day. Kind of combine all my favorite greens from the different palettes. Ooh, and I'm really excited because I just got the new shades from the Menagerie Cosmetics palette, the Feral palette, the two that they released that you could pay for the shipping if you'd already ordered the palette and get them, and I did. So it was only $3 for shipping. So I'm gonna do a look with the Feral palette with the updated, okay, hold on, I have an eyelash, I need to make a wish. Okay. And yes, I'm that person. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place highlighter, my loose highlighter. I've yet to use this, I think. And then I'm gonna use my peach, Papa Don't Peach, Too Faced, ow, I just pinched my finger, blush. And I guess we're using the same face brush that we used for bronzer. Which, I mean, it applied bronzer pretty good. It's a little bit flimsy for bronzer, but I don't think that's what it's for anyway. I think it's more for blush or dusting off powder. I don't know why, but no matter what blush brush I use, this powder or this blush is very like sheer on me. I like a lot of blush, so for me it's like, it's luminous, but it's like a very sheer, like peachy kind of shade. Okay. And I didn't have to technically do my face in this video, which I know that would have made it a lot shorter, but I haven't talked to you guys in so long that I really wanted to go ahead and do a longer video. Actually, no, yeah, I will. I will try this if I opened it already. No, I did not. We will use this in our next video. Okay, we're gonna use we'll just use the BH Cosmetics, and I'll just use the green highlighter for my face. I don't really feel like it shows up that green on camera, like, or in person, like on the face, but on the inner corner it does. I mean, it's definitely, I guess it has kind of a green hue, but it's not. I'm going to use a little bit of the white. Hold on, that was way too much. Whew. This is the shade Strobe, which is just a little bit of the white one. And then mascara. I'm going to use this Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is the new one that just came in my BoxyCharm. Which, this mascara used to be my favorite. But it is no longer my favorite. I actually like the mini one of this a lot better. I know that sounds weird, and normally I don't like mini products as much as I like bigger ones, but for some reason in the mini tube, I just feel like this one lasts a lot longer. But I did order a Bad Gal Bang because most of my mascaras are like dried up or on their way out. So, and I finished the entire like miniature Bad Gal Bang that I got, so I had to go ahead and bite the bullet and get it, because out of all the mascaras that I've used, it's definitely my favorite. Oops, sorry. And that's another thing. This wand for the lower lash line, like I always get mascara on my lower lash line, and then that makes me mad. So I don't like it for that reason either. And for lips, I'm just going to go in with this Revlon gloss in something Mystic Mist. It's just like a really glossy duochrome, like with a pink iridescent shift. I don't feel like having anything heavy on my lips today. So it's just going to be really sheer. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Slay All Day, because like I said, I do like the way that this performs in terms of holding my makeup on. Oh, and not only did my face smell like coconut cream pie, but the shirt I was wearing that day also still smells like coconut cream pie. So this is the finished look, which is my double cut crease with negative space. Let me know what you think down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.